Hi, Jacob.
Yeah.
Nice to see you again.
Okay, nice to meet you.
So, have you seen any homeless people around this area?
Yeah.
And what do you feel about it?
I don't know. It's how I feel about it is, some people could maybe be homeless, maybe they deserve it, or some people they're just stuck. They're stuck real bad, and they don't know how to get out of it.
I feel everybody can become homeless. It's just you never know when it's gonna be, under the different kind of circumstances. Everybody is vulnerable. I mean, you never know what's gonna happen to you next time.
You're right.
Yeah.
Right.
So, in terms of how they're everywhere, right?
Yeah, they're everywhere.
And what do you think about the city? The city can do anything about it? And you feel like, is there any kind of solution?
Well, the reason why I think the city could do something about it, or the town, or the county, or the state. But I think the reason why a lot of the implementations doesn't work the way it needs to work is because of all the other means, all the other economical or your survival means among the people that are working the system itself. And because like all the shelters and social services and all that, you have to hire all these people. They're gonna pay them out to work. Okay, and then their work itself becomes a system that they want to hold up. Okay, in leveraging donations, basically.
Yes.
Okay.
Last question. What do you feel about the universal income? I mean, one of the political figure, I think Andrew Yang is talking about that. Have you heard about universal income?
I sort of kind of
a
little
what do you
bit.
feel?
I didn't think about it too much. But I think that topic is a little bit too right now at the moment anyway.
Okay.
It's a little bit too ahead of us, just a little bit. That's just my feeling.
All right.
Because we don't know what's behind it. You see, if it is all for the good and all the good, but right at the moment anyway, we don't know enough. I don't think.
All right. Thank you, Jacob. Thank you. Hello. Hello, everybody. Oh, hi. Hello. So, hello, everybody. We just interview a local resident from Milpitas. Now we're gonna go trying to find more people to talk about homeless issue and problem. Hello, sir. Hi, sorry, let me just turn this off first. Oh, you're busy?
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, yeah, just 1 or 2 minutes.
I didn't have an appointment, sorry.
Oh, okay, no problem. All right, thank you. All right, no problem, thanks. I'm doing a YouTube channel, so I'm asking people about like how they feel about homeless. Can you give me like 1 minute to talk about it, like how you feel?
Lunch right now.
Oh, you? Okay, no problem. All right, thank you. Oh, that's okay. That's fine. You don't have to speak English good. So my question is, have you aware the homeless issue around the area that you're staying in? The homeless issue. Have you aware?
There's a lot of homeless over here, so.
Yeah. Have you aware of that situation? Like people around there, there's like homeless problem.
I don't know about this one. I never talked about homeless.
You never thought about like homeless. Okay. So have you heard a term called self-sufficient homeless?
Like what?
self-sufficient homeless means that they are able to taking care of themselves, or they can live by themselves without assistance from the government.
They take care
They can take
by themselves. So
yeah. So in terms of self-sufficient homeless, do you think someone should interfere with their life? Do you think that people should interfere if they can be self-sufficient, meaning that they can be living independently by themselves?
I don't know about that.
You don't feel? Do you feel that's violating the human right if someone trying to interfere with their life, or you know, like for example, if your neighbor, one of your neighbor is homeless, and you notice he or she can be self-sufficient of living in the community. Let's say that they can just taking a bath, they can go to the gym to take a shower, they can go to different places, but they are your neighbor, like they live around you. Would you interfere with their life? Like, would you tell them to?
Same like my homie too. It's always go with the gym with me. You know what I mean?
Okay, but what would you do if would you think they will bother your life?
And a shower.
Just if they shower enough,
and
they won't bother you if they are nice to you.
Never.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
and what's your name, sir?
Agus.
Agus. Agus. Okay, Agus. Thank you. This will be on the YouTube. It will be okay. Thank you so much, Agus. All right. Thank you. So we're gonna continue to looking for people. We get some like sufficient feedback from people, which is really nice. And we can get more participants if people are willing to talk about how they feel about homeless. But at this moment, we're just gonna look around and see what we can find. All right. So today we already interviewed 2 participants. We talk about how they feel about the self-sufficient homeless, and if the self-sufficient homeless interfering with their life, or if they become a neighbor of land, will they feel they have a right to stay where they belong if they're self-sufficient? So this is kind of a complicating question that we address to the people. Let's see if we can find somebody else and we can kind of go through that and asking them more questions, because certain questions can be a little sensitive to some of the people that I interviewed with, especially if you're talking about someone who's self-sufficient and you're thinking about if they're self-sufficient, is there a right for a people to interfering with their life if they're around the area? So the question can be a little tricky to that point. It's nothing about, okay, how do you feel about homeless? And it's nothing about if the homeless is living around your area, how would you feel? What would you do? But more like there's a choices here because they're self-sufficient. So does that mean they have a right to live around the area, or does that mean that we shouldn't interfere with their life? So this can be a tough question for some people or the participant that I interviewed to answer those kind of questions. But we're gonna get straight to it, and hopefully we can find more complex answer. So I'm gonna look for more participants. I want to see how people react to the situation and how people will be able to answer some of those questions that we asked. But we will find more answers. Let's see if there will be more people. Around there. So the reason that we continue doing this homeless section is because we believe that there is a need for people to address those issues. And this is definitely going to be an ongoing issue and ongoing problem for some of the individuals, some of the people. Therefore, it's important to kind of get feedback from people and see how people feel, right? But sometimes we have to be very mindful and be careful what kind of question we're asking. We are asking for participants because some people, like I say, they can get a little sensitive and get offended. Maybe their relative is homeless. Maybe we don't know. Everybody has their own paths. So when we conduct those interviews, we need to be carefully observing how other people's emotion and reaction prior we ask certain questions. Not all the questions are appropriated to a person that we're interviewing with or the participant that they are being interviewed by me. Perhaps the viewer may not find that suitable for them too. Again, all the way from Europe. So the question is, you know, there's a homeless problem everywhere, right? Around the globe, everywhere, like, you know, from wherever you're from. So tell me more about the homeless problem around your place, where your country, where you're coming from. Is there a significant issue involved with the government city, and what it is about? You want to tell me a little bit more?
So in German, it looks like there is a guaranteed profit. So
okay,
the problem is not so big as here.
Oh,
California.
So the city, the people will be able to give out those support to the homeless people.
Yeah.
Okay. This is more complicated question. So the other question is, if you met a homeless who is self-sufficient, you know self-sufficient means like the person who is able to help themselves individually, self-sufficient, okay. And then they are still homeless, but they're able to like walk around, you know, just drive around, and then they have money support for themselves. Yeah. If those type of people is your neighbor, like they're like wandering around close to your places, would you feel like you were interfering with their life, or you feel like you will call the city, you know, to do more kind of, you know, guideline support, or you will not feel comfortable with it?
I think we need to do something as a society,
Uh-huh.
and also this private help is important,
Uh-huh.
but government should be the first help that the person can
Uh-huh.
afford.
But well, since your political view is more socializing, right? I mean, like socialism. I mean, and toward the other side of it.
I don't think it's socialism. I'm
Uh-huh.
also against it, but I think that 10 or 15% of my or my taxes,
Uh-huh.
we can afford it
Uh-huh.
for our safety
Mm-hmm.
and for our. I think we should give them
Mm-hmm.
this how it's called, the basis income.
Basic income.
Well,
you know, United States, they have as one of the political figure talking into you. He's talking about universal income.
Yeah.
Everybody get $1,000.
So it is working in Germany. Like
Is it working?
20
It's already?
Years,
Oh,
20
okay.
years. So,
So-
it's a bit different. You are long-term unemployed.
Mm-hmm.
You get your flat is paid. You get also 200 or 300 euros.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh.
but you have a place to live, and
Okay.
you have a place to find a new job.
So,
So it's basic income, I think. It's the same.
So in terms of that, have you seen the homeless problem here? I mean, have you ever encountered, or you just
I
got
think
here?
here the homeless problem is huge.
Have you seen any homeless?
Yeah, I have seen
Okay.
a lot of homeless.
So it sounds like the government support more back in Europe. So those homeless doesn't look like homeless. They tend to be maybe look like just normal person. That's what I mean. Self-sufficient homeless. Those
Yeah.
people are able to take care of themselves, either from the government system or from other people. So yeah, so you will not report to them. You will not they won't interfere with your life. If they are your neighbor, that won't bother you. That's generally what you mean.
I think so. Yeah.
Ah.
I didn't understand you in 100%.
Oh, but yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, it means that if they don't like I say, if they look like normal person, you won't feel like they're a threat. They're okay. They can just live by themselves, even though they're your neighbor, they're close to you.
Yeah, but they also need to ask for that help, and they also need to. The person just must. Sometimes those people want to live.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you, Mike. Thanks thank you coming from all the way to here. Thank you so much. Yeah. No, you're fine. You're good. You're good. Yeah, I haven't seen you for a while. It's good.